Добрий день. Розпочинаємо роботу в українському кризовому медіа-центрі.
We start our work at the Ukraine Crisis Media Center. Now the floor is given to Oleksandr Motuzyanyk, Ministry of Defense of Ukraine spokesperson and ATO-related issues. Welcome. Good afternoon. Now, the information about the main events that happened yesterday in the ATO zone. The Lugansk sector main military actions happened in Popasnyansky region in the first part of the day, mainly before dawn, and the occupants used armored vehicles and mortars delivering fire at several positions of Ukrainian armed forces at once. And one more enemy shelling was in Novatoshkivsk. It lasted 30 minutes. Aggressive actions of the enemy were responded at, so our forces returned fire using different weaponry. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Lugansk sector, there were 7 enemy shellings, including 2 with the use of heavy weapons. The Donetsk sector, there the military actions happened in Avdiivka and the Shakhta-Butivka position. This happened between 6:30 and 9 p.m. and in the course of shelling, the enemy used small arms and several times delivered fire with the use of mortars. Ukrainian forces were forced to return fire. The Mariupol sector, there the militants were active in the evening at about 6 p.m. The occupants launched at Starognatovka and also 5 different positions of the armed forces of Ukraine that are close to the Azov Sea, about 60 mines and 40 ammunition to Grad P system. And the heavy shelling happened in Gnutovo. It lasted without interruption for more than 2 hours. And it is worth noting that the enemy used heavy weapons in every of these 7 shellings, and in the Mariinsk region it was calm yesterday. During the last 24 hours, as a result of military actions, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed, but 1 serviceman was wounded. It happened in Telekivka in enemy shelling. Ukrainian side of JCCC informed about repeated provocations of Russian occupation forces. Yesterday, the occupants destroyed a camera of video observation at the Donetsk filtration station and also imitated shelling of Ukrainian forces and blew engineering shells near their own positions. And these provocations were made by the enemy while representatives of SMM OSCE were present in the region. Thus, the enemy wants to further escalate the conflict in Donbas. So the law enforcers continue to prevent transportation of ammunition and weapons from Donbas. In Pokrovsk, police officers confiscated ammunition from the resident of Tonsumshina. He was traveling by car. Officers found in his vehicle smoke blocks, signal flares, 8 grenades of different types, 18 detonators, and 41 cartridges to Kalashnikov gun. And all this was in rucksack on the back seat of his car. And this dangerous freight, according to the detained, belongs to one man whom he gave a lift. But this information will be verified by investigation. At Novotroitsk checkpoint, officers of Volnovasky Regional Police Department, together with the representatives of Border Guard Service, detained a local resident who tried to transport by his car from the occupied territory RGD-5 grenade, Makarov pistol, and 60 cartridges. Weapons and ammunition was confiscated and sent for examination. And according to preliminary information, the pistol that is involved in this case was stolen in 2014 from police department at the rail station in Slovyansk. This is all. Do you have questions? If there are no, thank you.